What's going on, guys? Back here in the garage with another project for the CTS-V. This is actually the third time that I've had to do this, and it is replace the starter. So the original starter gave out whenever I was actually out at the track. I was like 2 hours away from home, and I hit the key and it clicked and nothing happened. And I hit it again and hit it again, hit it again, and it finally cranked over. And did that a couple more times. I put it on the trickle charger to make sure the battery was charged up. Did a couple other things, and it just would not work. So I ordered a new one, stuck that on, and this was probably about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, and it fried that one. So I read on the internet that if you have long tube headers and it's like super hot outside, then these things are known to cook starters. So anyways, got a little something here that we're going to try out, and hopefully this one will live. So what I ended up getting here is a heat shield, and this is basically going to go over top of the starter and should keep all the heat out of the starter, and hopefully this one will live. So let's go ahead and get started on the install. Underneath the car, oil pan. Looks like we got a little drip here. Must not be making a good seal. We got a little bit over here, huh? Anyways, starter is up in here, 13 millimeter. These are two long bolts go up here, so I got an impact that I'm gonna put on and pop this bad boy, well, first part of it out. Okay, so we took these two 13 millimeter bolts out. This one almost took out my head because it falls right out. I also unplugged this. I think this is the oil level sensor, and that just kind of gets in the way. So there's a clip that you have to undo up in here, and then 9/16 will take off your positive lead, and then you should be able to fish the starter out from there. So we're going to try and do that. I'm going to see if I can set you guys up so you can watch. Whoops. Almost forgot to disconnect the battery to the car. That needs to be done. Okay, well, since my GoPro died, these are the two positive leads to the positive on the starter. This is a different one too. This needs to be plugged into the new one. And the ground is on the starter, so we don't have to worry about that one. And again, transmission level controller here is just gonna be in the way per usual. But try and grab some more footage here of it going back in. So this is where I'm at, trying to get this positive. I got this one plugged in. I'm trying to get this positive onto here so we can put the bolt on and then bolt it up here. Alright, screwing this bolt in to the top here. Okay, so just finished up, got it stuck back in there. Got all the power, all that stuff up there. Got these back in. Just like that with my finger. Good stuff. It only took about 3 times as long as I was planning on it. Alright, just finished up. Got everything all back together here. New starter in with the heat shield, blanket wrap thingy. And it's all back together. Gonna go ahead and hop in here. I don't want to get the car dirty, so I took my shirt off. And anyways, gonna see if this thing fires up. No shit. That's a brand new starter. So it is not the starter this time. What's up, guys? It's the next afternoon, and after dealing with this thing, I pulled the starter again, replaced the starter again, and then I took it to AutoZone and got both of the starter, the original starter and the aftermarket starter that I had tested, and the original one was smoked, but the aftermarket one was fine. And came back, tested the battery, it had good voltage. Went back again, got a new battery, came back, and finally I found the culprit. I was underneath the hood here, and I was looking, and this terminal right here had gotten pretty toasty. There was a lot of burned in here, and this is what the wire looked like. I mean, this thing was freaking smoked. So that was crispy, and let's see here. Here's the plastic cover that goes on the battery, and it had obviously melted. And anyways, did all that and came back and replaced the wire, and sure enough, it fired right up. So I don't know if it blew the original starter because of this or what the issue was, but I think we finally got it figured out. So back to running. Thank God. This thing has been a pain in my ass. So I think we're good to go.